Mike, who's that singing?
It's To The Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince. What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on, man? You know, another
Nice night out.
Different.
finally, man. Talk about
time.
this beautiful weather, huh?
Yeah.
Shit came out of nowhere. This shit came out. You know how this weather came out of, Vince? You know how this weather came out of?
Came out of the Gulf. Came right over across the state.
You think so? That little rain, man. That little rain helped out a lot, though.
What?
We needed
a little
that.
bit of a cold front we got here.
Yeah.
it was nice.
Here in Indian River County, in the Sunshine State.
First time that in a while that we've started doing a podcast, and it wasn't completely dark out yet.
I know, right?
Time change. No, I
Yeah,
like
we
it.
got a new time. You know, that's kind of funny, man. I heard somebody say something that weren't they gonna like
Yeah.
not
Years-
do the time change anymore or
they've-
something like
They've
that?
been talking about that for a long time.
But why do
It's
they
gotta
do it
go
though?
through Congress.
Why do they do it though?
They, supposedly at one time they did it. It had some, I think it had
This
a
had
lot
to do with farmers, wasn't it?
Well, and it had a lot to do also with,
Hold
or
on.
one of the reasons that they like to keep it, I guess, is something to do with the kids in the morning waiting for the school bus.
Right.
But there is still that time frame. Like right now, it's still pretty dark in the morning if your kid's probably waiting at the school bus in the mornings now.
In the mornings, yeah, it is a little dark for the kids. I mean, but I guess in a few more weeks it should be.
Yeah, in a few more weeks, I guess it'll
should balance
won't
out
be as
pretty
bad.
good.
So
you
you're
know.
talking about daylight savings?
Yeah, the
time?
daylight
Yeah.
savings. Yeah.
Let's find out why we do it.
Well, I mean, I know why they used to do it. You know, they probably used to do it just because of, you know, like I think my thing is they probably used to do it because of farming,
Yeah.
you know, and cattle and stuff like that.
You know what I'm curious now that we're on the topic.
Right.
Like, does every country go by that? Does every country change their clocks an hour?
Not every
Oh,
country.
that's a good-
It was originally
a good
intended to save on energy, to make the most out of daylight for farming and industry. Yeah. Whatever. We do have we are trying out some video tonight, and we do have an audio backup. So
So this is our first video, pretty much, that we have going on.
hopefully I
right
can
now.
get it all. We can
You
do
know.
this all in one shot. Still release on time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might be a couple hours late tomorrow.
Well, that's okay. You
I don't know. We'll see how we go tonight. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, due to
hopefully-
scheduling, we
hopefully
recording
it's
later in the
recording.
week. This
You know,
Right. Well, that's okay. You know, things happen. Life comes first. You know, I always say, you know, we got to put our lives.
Yeah.
You know, we got priorities we got to take care of as well. You know, so we try to take care of that stuff first before we do our little, you know, kind of like a little man hangout cave and stuff like that we do. I mean, I think it's just, I've been looking for this day.
Yeah.
You know, I was like,
Yeah, it's
fuck,
fun
man.
to
I
get
was like, man, we
together.
got to record on a Thursday. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that fucks my
I couldn't-
schedule up,
I
man.
couldn't
Like,
wait to get out of work.
like that. I was
Dude,
like, man, that messes my like my I don't know. I have like a routine, you know, that I do, you know, and I was like, fuck, it messes up my little routine going on, but it's all good though, you know.
yeah. So it says it actually goes back to ancient civilizations, adjusting
Yeah.
their to daylight savings.
Right.
You know, I mean, well,
It's-
it only
yeah,
makes sense. You
been
know?
around
Yeah,
for a
especially
long
back
time.
then. You know, I mean, did you really know what time it was? You just
Yeah.
you knew it was time to get.
Yeah,
up.
I just know some of the reasons
Go
why
ahead.
the negatives of doing away with it. Some people say, you know,
Yeah.
they don't do it. There's a longer period of time where like the kids are standing out in the dark waiting for the school bus, and like Leo said, I think for some farming purposes. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, without it though, I don't know if it's any better or not. I don't know. Like, I hate when we have to lose an hour.
yeah.
But
It's
then
nice to
again,
gain the hour.
either way, it kind of throws me off.
Yeah, it's like when we in the fall though, when we gain that hour, it's like damn, I get an extra hour of sleep tonight.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's whatever. You know, I don't adjust very well to it, but so you know, we've talked, and I'm sure you guys have heard me go on and on and on about this digital currency and how they want to get us onto a new reset. And I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Oh, they
to
don't
the
want
news.
to. They don't want us
They
to.
are.
They are.
Right.
They are gonna. They are gonna
If
put
there
us in
was
a new
any
reset,
doubt,
you know, it's
if
just-
anybody had any doubt about this before last week, I mean, now it should be, you know, you should be rest assured that they're definitely doing it. I mean, this bank over.
So wait a minute, Mike. Why are you covering up your face from the video?
Well, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to get it close to my face.
There you go. Good.
Without
I hear you better
leaning
like
over.
that. Anyways, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually getting a haircut today, and I told my barber, I was like, "Hey, remember the other day? I was like, remember a couple weeks ago, I told you, about how I haven't seen a $5 bill in a long time. When's
Really?
the last time you see a $5 bill, Vince?
I see them all the time at work.
Well,
'Cause I handle money.
Well, yeah, but because you handle, but like out here, like I haven't really seen a $5 bill in a long time. And I was talking and telling them about
What
it.
cost $5?
Well, no, I
We're
know,
gonna
but
fix this right now. Leo. I think I have a $5 bill on me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you do look.
Now you
Yeah,
see-
I know, but like I was telling them, I was like, I haven't seen a $5 bill in a long time.
Yeah, they're a lot.
You know, so it's like there's
Going down
I was
a
like,
lot.
slowly, we're not going to see any money here. And I was telling him this about like 3 weeks ago. You know, last time that I went and got a haircut, and then today when I went and got a haircut, I was like, hey, listen, did you hear about what's going on with the banks? He's like, dude, you told me this like 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, I told you, man. I was like, I told you. I was like, you thought I was crazy. And now look at it. I was like, shit happens, man. I was like,
what, with the bank?
with the bank? I was telling them,
it's
I was like,
the one
you know,
you're hearing about isn't the first one. There was another one that got taken over last week. It wasn't as big. The significance with this one you see in the news, the Silicon Valley Bank, I think it's what it's called, and they have it's a lot of money from tech startups, and they have a lot to do with funding for ESG compliant companies.
right.
And also direct links to some of those medical virus research labs in China, like direct links. Like how is this even?
Yeah, it's,
But don't worry, because Joe Biden says every penny is going to be insured, even though the FDIC only insures up to $250,000 deposits.
But
But this
So
bank doesn't
they're-
have the money.
and they're also saying that it benefits you if you're not married or if you're a couple and you each have a separate checking account. So each checking account would be insured for up to $250,000. So they're like, yeah, I guess it works even if you're married, but you're better off not having a joint checking account. That way each checking account is insured.
Well, a lot of this is companies, and they say it's going to be companies that aren't going to be able to make payroll
yeah.
because, and then I've heard other
And here's the
other
thing.
people talk about how this was actually a staged run on the bank for
I just give the fucking. I
here's-
saw
you
the
for
camera
hedge
and I'm
fund
like,
guys to get their money out of
here's-
these worthless bonds.
Here's the thing. Just last year, I believe this bank was audited. They knew this was coming.
I don't know about that. I'm not even sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. But
You know, so
between the
listen,
four biggest banks, though, they've lost $55 billion last week.
so every company, every
Off their
bank,
value.
every company, every bank that you think of and you know of, they have meetings, right? What do they do in their meetings? They discuss about stuff that's going to happen and stuff that's not going to happen and stuff that is fixing to happen. You know, they just don't talk about, okay, let's just talk about here and hang out. You know, when
with
they have
hedge
meetings
fund
and they have
guys,
stuff like that.
hedge funds can affect markets to the, severely. Hedge fund guys, that was pretty much the run on GameStop, and they have a lot of control. And when they want to get their money out, they're going to get their money.
Oh yeah,
and,
sure.
and it's all a scheme. And I think
it is.
got,
It is a big scheme.
so,
you know, and sooner or later, I mean, everything is going to be digital.
So last week, the J.P. Morgan and Chase lost $22 billion. Bank of America lost $16 billion. Wells Fargo, $10 billion. Citigroup, $4 billion. And at the same time, they're passing laws to where when they do implement it, they're not going to they're going to ban any cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
Other than
sure.
the one that they convert to, and it's not even being it's not even hush hush. It's their way of getting us on a digital coin, and they're going to end up doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are going to do it. There's going to come a point where if you have cash or if you have like loose change and stuff like that, like you're going to be somebody. You're going to be worth somebody. That's just what I think. Because think about nowadays, kids don't know about, oh, this is $1, this is a thing. They pay with cash or pay with this. No, because everything is Either I pay or I whatever
I'm guilty of
whatever's
that.
called.
I don't carry
I do
cash on
too.
me at all.
I do too.
It's so convenient to use a card,
It
and they're
is.
already flirting with this. But the scary thing about like a digital coin, it's not a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is unprogrammable. It's the program's already set, and you can't just go in there and change it without a million other computers confirming a transaction.
Right.
Because that's all it is. It's a blockchain's all transaction after transaction. In a matter of speaking, but those centralized coins like that are the complete opposite of a Bitcoin. They're programmable, so that means they could say, you Bank of America lost so much money. We're converting everybody over to the Fed coin or the Fed credit or something like that.
Right.
And it might say 3-to-1. You'll get back more and this and that, but the problem is they have an expiration on them, so you can't really stockpile them. And if anything goes awry or if you don't comply, God forbid, it can be turned off.
Oh,
Just not accepted.
they have everything under control, Mike.
No,
Well, that's what it'll be.
Everything.
That's what
they monitor.
that's what they're pushing us for.
All they're trying to do is just monitorize you of how you spend your own money and where it's coming from. Oh, you make this much? Okay, I'm gonna put you in this class. Oh, you make less than this? Okay, I'm gonna put you in that class. Just so that they can have control of you, they could. I had this discussion with my wife the other day about why do we always have to be classified as something?
Yeah.
Nobody is just regular. If you're regular, you're nobody.
There's a video.
Either you're this or you're that or you're nobody.
Yeah. There's a video out there of Barack Obama.
Why do we make fucking society like that? Why do we always have to be like?
I don't know.
Because my wife works in the school system, so she works with kids and stuff like that, and it's like she was telling me, okay, well, this kids like this or kids like that, like everybody has a title nowadays, pretty much, like you're just not so and so. You're so and so with this and this and this and this and this. Like whatever happened to, hey, you're so and so, boom, done. I was like, to me, I think that's where the bullying comes from. Because if they see a kid that is struggling in school or needs a little bit of extra help, you don't think his other peers are going to be like, hey, what's going on with that kid? Why does he need this or why does he need that? Or if they find out that the kid, or for whatever reason, needs help, other kids find out about it, they're going to bully this kid about it.
God forbid. The bullying is horrible. But there's no way of fixing that.
No, there
except
isn't.
for having more.
There isn't, because there's a fucking
responsible
system.
Adult supervision.
Right. There isn't. There is no way to fixing it because it's already set for a system. Like the system is already set up for failure for everybody.
Nobody smacks these kids around.
The system's already set up for failure. Like it's just fucked up because they classify you as something, so then your peers find out that you're classified as something, so then you get bullied for that.
So how do we get on this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the bank collapse.
The bank
they're
collapse.
switching us
Yeah.
over.
And then
So you stockpile all that with what the World Economic Forum is right out in the open, a proponent for, and these 15-minute cities. It's all makes sense, and it's like
Oh yeah, because they
Total
want to
recall
classify you,
comes
man.
so they
life.
they want to be able to turn you off.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't
That's
they
what
don't
it
think
was.
you can make your decisions
Total
for you.
control
There's
and
there's a
tracking.
video out there of Barack Obama doing a speech before he was president, where he says that the American people are too stupid to make their own decisions.
Oh yeah.
That they need an almighty government to make all decisions for them. There's actually a video of him saying that. And that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. They want to be able to control you in every aspect of your life. I mean, it could go even as far as them saying, not just being able to turn your money off, but them just actually being able to say, no, you don't need to be able to buy that car right now. That's irresponsible.
Yeah, and you know what, Vince?
They could take it that far if they wanted to.
You know how far they're going to take it to?
What you buy.
You're right, Vince. And you know how they're going to control that too? Is what you eat.
What?
How you eat it. Oh, you already bought so much. You already bought so much protein. Okay, that's it. That's all the protein you have for this month. Oh, you already bought so much vegetables? That's all the vegetables
Well,
you
pretty
have.
soon, protein will
Right.
be...
Total
Pretty soon they want it to be
control.
like fake meat. You
Vince,
won't even
but it's going to be
real
control, though. The
Right.
government's going to control you, and that's
it's
what
gonna
they
get
want.
on the Chinese economic social
Right.
governance.
That's what they want,
score.
you know?
Yeah.
And you know what's sad, though? That the kids that are living this now...
He really is a true partner, and he understands the job. And remember, we came in during the height of the pandemic. Yes. And so much of the work
This
was
is
about, okay,
one
we've got
of
to
your
cover a
leaders.
lot of bases, and let's figure out how between us we can do it. But he is an extraordinary leader, and
That's that. They're talking about Joe Biden.
Extraordinary leader?
Yeah,
Got it.
he hasn't been to Ohio.
What drugs is she on?
He literally went to Ukraine before he went to Ohio. Like the same day he was on the. It couldn't get any farther from East Palestine, Ohio. You know, after this train derailment, and who knows? You know, I don't know. I just think it's all part of their plan to get us on that digital coin. I think this is. I don't know. Let me see. You remember Steve Forbes?
Yeah.
He ran for president in Forbes magazine.
Well, you got the basics pretty much right. Okay. The Federal Reserve, for example, creates money out of thin air.
Listen.
It's better than manna from heaven. That can get sticky or something.
Yeah.
But so what the Fed does is, for example, is when they want to create money, they'll call up a bond dealer like Goldman Sachs and say, we want $1 billion of government bonds. So Goldman says, fine, they deliver the bonds. How does the Fed pay for them? Well, they credit Goldman's bank account. Where does that money come from? Out of thin air. That's how they do it. And it's the ultimate ATM machine. And for
Print
years
money when
now,
they need to.
especially since we went off the gold standard, that was decades ago. But in this century, we have been systematically often undermining the integrity of the dollar. And we also had the huge mistake after the 2008-2009 crisis of where the Federal Reserve and other central banks, Treasury Department and others, they deliberately suppressed interest rates. That's like rent control.
But he ain't lying though.
No, he's not lying.
Did you own your house in 2008
No, he's not lying.
when the variable interest rates fucking
No.
skyrocketed?
I'm trying to...
It's 2023. Right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I was trying to figure out. I don't think so. I don't think I owned it that time.
No, but I think you bought soon after, right?
I bought when
well, I think we met in like 2009.
Yeah, I bought when the market was good to buy. Like it was at an all-time low. It was right after the housing crisis. So I got a house for pretty cheap.
I hope this is fucking recording.
I didn't sell. I don't live in that house no more. But
Yeah,
it was a good time to buy it. The housing crash.
Yeah.
and it was a good time to sell it, right?
When I sold,
you made
yeah,
money
when
I
you
did.
sold.
I did. Yeah, I did good on the first
That's all
house.
that matters. So, like these banks, I was listening to a lot on how they actually operate, and at one point they had to maintain 10% of what they actually loaned out. Like they had to have 10% of that money, that cash. So when somebody does something or like tweets out nowadays, they can tweet, or a couple of hedge fund guys can just sell their bonds off, at a loss, and create markets of change. It can create a run on the bank, even if it's a false run, and it causes the bank to have to sell bonds at a loss,
Right.
and that messes with the dollar also. So they really need to investigate not just the bank, but the Federal Reserve. I mean, it's not even a government agency. Did you know that? So you look at your dollar.
Yeah, you look. Yeah,
Look
that's
at your dollar. It's
yeah,
a Federal Reserve note.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
it's not
not a government agency. It's not the Treasury Department. They don't. They just maintain the dollar, I guess. The Federal Reserve.
I wonder where
Is-
they. I wonder where they get all the the code on the numbers and stuff like that. Like what does all those mean?
It's a bank, pretty much. It's a bank.
You know how it has like R whatever and then number
Yeah.
22567 da, 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 da,
It's
da,
a,
da.
there's all.
You know what I'm
there's all
talking about?
kinds of-
Yeah.
Like I wonder what the meaning for it.
I don't know.
Like I'm gonna have to find out and read like who came up with like the design of this thing, and like I'm sure there's code to it. There's a code to the fucking dollar bill. I guarantee you, there's code to it. and only the government knows about it. There is a code to every
if there wasn't, there is now.
Like there's a code, man. There's everything that is drawn on that whatever dollar bill, but I'm guarantee you is 100% is the dollar bill.
Right. So just for comparison, in the crypto market right now, there's $1 trillion in the crypto market right now. Bitcoin's running at $25,000 a Bitcoin, which is kind of it's down not very much, but it's still up, you know. Yeah, looking at these numbers.
I would crash. I'd be on the poor side because I wouldn't know anything about this digital bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's just like stocks, and
I did good with Bitcoin when I first started with it. Then I sold.
But they're gonna ban the use of it.
Yeah, and then so right now I've been over the last year I haven't done very well. I bought more risky.
I got out of it
coin.
because I'm scared.
I bought Dogecoin and what's the other one? Chef.
Shiba Inu. I still have some. Now I heard. Now listen, you can get whale alerts like when there's major action, and there's a dude
I took
that's
a risk
dumping
on
like
some
$1 trillion
unknown
freaking shit.
I've lost so far.
I never tried. I never did anything with Bitcoin. I never did that because
I only
didn't
threw
understand
money
it.
at it. I planned on losing, and I made my money back.
You know, I never
and
understood
I left
it.
money in there that
understood.
I've lost, but I made my money back. I ain't fucking with it no more.
No.
I mean, I still have some money in there, but
what I got in there now, if it ever gets
it's whatever.
if it gets back to what it was when I put it in, I'm gonna sell it.
Could you imagine, Vince, if you just like forget about it?
It's worth about a third.
If you forget about it, and then in 15, 20 years, all of a sudden you look at it and you're like,
that's it. That happened to people that originally
man.
got into Bitcoin. They originally got into it, bought it, forgot all about it, and then
I believe it.
next thing they knew.
I know time change, man. It fucks you up. No, that Mike. The time change.
Yeah, well,
man.
Dogecoin is still in the top 10 on the coin market cap, and
it hasn't done good though for me in the last year.
But that's Dogecoin, and there's three tethered coins that are in the top 10, which are pretty much not tethered, but they're stable coins that are meant to react with the dollar. So if one is one. So I don't really understand most of this. Shiba Inu is number 13 on CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Jimmy Doo or
Shiba Inu. It's just a meme coin. It's nothing.
I know, but I just don't understand it. Like, I just don't see any. Like,
there's some developers behind it, and they can use it for different types of things.
Which one was the one again that supposedly what's his name that owns Tesla? Elon had made some tweets, and all of a sudden it did it like skyrocketed in value. Dogecoin,
Shiba Inu.
See, unfortunately, I didn't get into those until after he did his thing.
I did, but I missed it because I kind of stepped away from it.
I got into it after that. I'm hoping he's going to do it again at some point.
I didn't have that much of it. But,
Come on, Elon.
I
know you listen to us, Elon.
Right now.
Elon, help me out, Elon. I know you listen to the Point podcast.
At least give us a share,
Dogecoin is up 10% on 7 days, and it's at 7 cents. I remember when it wasn't worth 10 of them was worth maybe a cent. That's how much it was. It wasn't worth a damn, But Binance always has a good coin, and there's a lot on there. I used to pay attention to all this. I don't anymore because you know what? What happens when they shut the internet off?
Yeah.
What happens when you can't get your shit, man? And that's the same with the bank, though.
Yeah, the money that you got sitting in the bank is gone.
Yeah, if you get shut down or your bank gets shut down, where's your money?
And we talked about this
they make you convert.
We talked about this
now
before.
I'm tracked.
But your money isn't going to, even if you got cash, 50 grand sitting in your safe right now, if something like that happens, if all power, all civilization goes away, what's going to be worth the money is going to be food, ammo, guns, stuff like that. Your dollar ain't going to be worth a damn then.
No.
Gold will still have some trade value. But, people that are stocked up with food, people that are able to farm and be able to use their food for trade, that's where the money's going to be at.
Yeah, I don't, it's scary. And that's what I was talking to my father about. When shit hits the fan, what's that gold going to do for you?
Yeah, and
what is gold going to do for you?
I could just imagine your father's response.
What's gold and silver going to do for you, though?
Yeah.
You're not buying nothing from me with gold and silver. No. That kind of scenario.
In that
you
scenario,
got some beef, maybe. I'll trade you some eggs or some chicken.
I'll take that cow off your hand.
Yeah, or something, That's currency to me, because at
Yeah.
that
Okay.
point, what am I going to do
Feed
with
your
your silver?
your family is
What am I
not
gonna do with
eating.
silver?
Your family's not going to eat a pile of gold.
No,
No,
of course not.
no, keep your gold. Ammo, maybe, but
Yeah, because it's got value. Protect
Yeah.
your family. Can hunt with it.
I just might kill you and take it.
Right.
It's like
I want what
I
he's
mean, we were
got.
talking about shit hits a fan.
Hey.
It's like
You know,
you're
it
right,
comes
though.
up. It's
You're
either
right.
my family's going to live or
you gotta make
yours.
that
Yeah, you're
decision.
right.
You're
Who's
going
the
to choose
threat?
your family, right?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to be in that situation, but goddamn, you're gonna pick your own family first.
All right, yeah. So
It's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The markets didn't look very bad today, but I don't believe it anyways. It's all
What they
it's all
want you to
staged
see.
and bullshit.
It's what
It
they want
is,
you to see.
Is this? Yeah.
They
Because
want you to
have
see.
so-
They
have
want you to
something-
see something
Yeah.
bad. They'll show it to you. If they
Yeah.
don't want you to see it, they won't.
They have something set up. They have something coming.
The Fed
They're trying to distract you.
Who
What's
were,
their
Fed
who was
plan,
it we
man?
were talking about? There's certain people that are like, there's some really rich billionaires right now that are supposedly behind a lot of these media companies. Like they're pushing the money into them to help control what is being fed to us through Google, through CNN, through all kinds of different.
well, they all of those were some type of psyop in the beginning.
Yeah,
They didn't just come out as in
But-
somebody's garage, even though that's
Right.
a story you're told.
but
Facebook,
you've got
MySpace, YouTube.
you've got
of
all
those
these-
were a CIA or
yeah,
somebody's
but
psyop.
you've got a lot of guys out there. There's these guys that are pushing
Yeah.
their agenda because they've got the means to do it.
I forget
Yeah.
what it was called, but there was a name and you talk to some old timers and they'll tell you what it was called. I can't think of it, but like before Facebook, the original. I forget. I wish I can think of the name, but yeah, it was all psyop. How they got people to put their information into the program.
Yeah.
That's why I got offended not that long ago when all of them were forcing you. So Facebook, I think, did it. I know Instagram did it because that would really piss me off. Where they force you to give your birth date.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry if I don't
used
want to tell
never
you my
put the-
birth
I
date.
used to never put.
I mean, you could
my
lie.
birth date, but
I mean,
then
you
it's
can
like,
lie and not put your real birthday.
but you got to remember it,
Right.
right.
in case you need to get in there.
I'm not going to remember it. I barely remember my real birthday.
Right.
Right.
So, but yeah, that I'm sorry if I don't want to tell you my birth date.
Yeah. I'm not
But
gonna
here
tell
we
you
are.
that.
We're so reliable on social media. Like
Yeah.
it's like all of a sudden. So I didn't do it for a while. So I had no Instagram for about a month. But even though I'm not huge on Instagram, I'm more on Facebook. After a while, it started to eat it, man. It's like, man, what are my friends on Instagram doing? Man, what am I missing on Instagram?
So then you gave him your birthday.
So eventually,
about
I'm
MySpace?
like, well, Facebook's already got my birthday, so I might as well give it to Instagram too.
Yeah. So there you
Did
go.
you have a MySpace?
I did.
I never.
I had a
No,
MySpace.
not really. I didn't never set one up.
I don't know whatever happened to it. I haven't even tried to
I
log.
think it got fucking destroyed.
Did it really?
Yeah. I think
It-
they
it
just
did.
Like
Facebook
who
hated it.
owned MySpace? Tom.
Tom.
Like where's he at now?
He's
Look him up.
probably
See where he's at. Mike.
CIA witness protection or some shit.
He's
like that.
he's somewhere, man. He's got to be somewhere.
I don't
from
know.
MySpace.
He was trolling somebody during the Elon Twitter, like while Elon was buying Twitter. I think he was trolling people that were bashing Elon
right.
on Twitter. I think it. Let's find out. Here, hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. like-
MySpace was actually trending on Twitter.
yeah,
but
like
I don't
whatever
really see
happened to
why,
MySpace?
but-
Like, is it still there? It's gone or
No,
what?
it's
Like,
gone. It gone.
like it's no longer there or what?
It might even be a part of the what's that?
Or whatever
What's
happened
that
to
thing
Tom?
where it's the stuff that never really existed, but you know it did.
The Mandela.
Maybe it's part of the Mandela
What's
theory.
MySpace?
Yeah, what's MySpace, Leo?
Believe
Look
it or
at
not,
my-
a lot of people
it's-
are talking
yeah,
about
a lot of people-
MySpace. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
hey,
Hey.
A lot of people are gonna forget about it. You know, that's why they're trying to.
yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
But
So
yeah.
what we were looking for
MySpace. Tom.
Tom.
Whatever happened to Tom? What was his?
Tom Anderson. Let's see. He's verified. He's got a blue check. Enjoying the good life. New hobbies: surfing, architecture, design, photography, golf. In 2007, he tweeted, "Working on MySpace." That was his first tweet.
in 2007.
Yeah. See, it was
Yeah.
this picture. Yeah, you remember Tom? He was on
Yeah, I
everybody's
remember.
friends list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on everybody's friends list.
Yeah, I wonder whatever happened. They probably squeezed him out, man.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like whatever happened to Tom.
Yeah, he was. I do remember him trolling some people. I'm looking at all his tweets now, but I ain't reading all that.
People that were like ripping Elon Musk or something.
Like how long were these
These
tweets
are
from?
back to 2017. I don't know. I'm not. They could be comments, not just tweets, but. Replies. Let's see.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, I'd like to know like whatever happened to him. Like where is he at now?
Oh, that's right. Elon Musk had put out the. Yeah, sure, why not? Had put out the tweet back in December. I'll resign as CEO as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job. After that, I will just run the software and servers teams. So then. Tom commented on his tweet with his resume. It is this picture that's the little online now figure
Right.
that used to be on MySpace. Yeah, I guess he was looking for a job. But anyways, I think it's about break time. So
Yeah.
what do you guys say? Take a
Yeah, we'll
break?
take a little quick
Okay.
break and we'll back real quick. But before we go on that break, listen, I want to tell you guys
Sure,
something
man.
for all those
Sure,
listeners
sure.
out there that's listening to us. Just go ahead and give us a quick little share, give us a like, share our podcast. You know, share the link, share everything, anything that you can find to help us out. Just give us a share, man.
Share your opinion.
Yeah, share your
Tell us what you
opinion. Tell
think.
us what you think. Tell us if there's
it's
something you
good.
guys want us to
If
talk
it's
about.
good, if it's not, don't.
Yeah, you know, if
Just
there's
keep it to
something you guys
yourself.
want to talk about that you guys want us to talk about, then if it's good, let us know. Or if you
Yeah.
guys want to
You wanna-
bash somebody, let us know. We don't care. We'll bash them.
You want to come on?
We'll be
whatever.
we'll be
Or-
right back, guys.
Give us suggestions for topics.
Yep, we'll be right back.